I grew up in a little town called Roy, New Mexico, which is a little farm town. And by God's blessing, God got me out of there after my sophomore year to finish my junior and senior year over in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where there was a newspaper, there was a TV station, and a radio station, because Roy, New Mexico had nothing. And I got over there and I got all this publicity. Bud Wilkerson said one thing to me. He says, now, if you're coming here just for football, Tommy, I don't want you to come. I want you to come here to get an education, because football is only going to last you for 4 years. And I got to thinking, none of those other coaches even said anything about after the 4 years. I said, maybe I should come to Oklahoma. Boy, was that the best thing that ever happened to me. I went all through college, never lost a game. We did 1954, 55, and 56. We were #1 in the nation in 55 and 56.
Third period action finds the Eagles airborne again. Van Brocklin arches the ball over the middle. McDonald has a little more company this time, but he makes the catch and tumbles across to score. It's 24-0 Eagles.
They scored a 25-yard touchdown and a 61-yard touchdown against the Redskins, and they came to me and said, you're going to be a receiver from now on. You're not going to be a halfback anymore. So it was a God's blessing that I got drafted by the Eagles, because if I'd got drafted by another team, they would have left me at a halfback position all the time.
In the third period, it's the tireless right arm of Van Brocklin swinging again. This pass is good to Tommy McDonald, and the ex-Oklahoma great galloped 47 yards for the touchdown.
Sonny Jurgensen got drafted the same year that I did, and they traded for Van Brocklin, and I got Van Brocklin there. And they're two great quarterbacks. In fact, they're in the Hall of Fame also. And I just attribute it to them.
Van Brocklin likes his yardage in big chunks, and Tommy McDonald is just the man to help him. The two team up for their third touchdown as the Eagles roll to a handsome 34-7 win to take first place in the Eastern Conference.
We just knew that we had the material to go win a championship, and we just kept telling ourselves that all the time. And the coach just backed us up, and that's what you need, is the coach backing you up. And that's how we won the championship. But that's how we got that little ring right there. That helped us win that, by having the right coaches, and we had the right quarterbacks, and we had the right players.
Again, Van Brocklin goes back and looks for McDonald. Tommy's open on the 7 to take Van Brocklin's pass into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. Bobby Walston adds the point, and the Eagles go ahead 7-6.
Van Brocklin called the play, and I says, I think I can get it, Van. In fact, I think I can get it in the end zone. So I took off for the post. Just as I saw him turn his body, I span around and headed back for the corner. And my gosh, I was so wide open it wasn't even funny. And Van Brocklin just laid it right in there. Perfect. Right there. That's my touchdown right there. That's me right there on my knees. In fact, they had oversold the crowd so much that people were actually on the floor of the stadium and stuff like that. You can see them on the floor of the stadium. And let me tell you, I was so proud, because I just felt like, by me getting the end zone, it just juiced up our chance of getting the game.
He throws a short pass to Jim Taylor. Taylor brings the crowd to its feet as he nearly gets loose, but Chuck Bednarik grabs him on the 10, and that's the end of the line. The Philadelphia Eagles have won the World Championship of Professional Football with the same come-from-behind heroics that earned them their conference title. The Birds outlast the rugged Packers in one of the hardest-fought contests ever witnessed.
You just gave me goosebumps. You don't know, but you just gave me, yes. When I found out about that, it was like, finding out that I was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles or something like that, because I just, out of all of those players and everything, Tommy, they told you were 5'9" and you weren't going to make it, but your heart, with God giving you the heart that he did and everything, like, size doesn't matter. And I want all of you kids to understand this. Size does not matter. It is how big your heart is.
The Eagles are almost out of time as Jurgensen whips the ball to Tommy McDonald. He's 5 steps ahead of the nearest man as he explodes the final yards for the game-winning touchdown with 12 seconds on the clock. The Skins played well enough to win, but the champions would not be denied as they won 27-24 to take over first place in the East.
The Philadelphia, Pennsylvania people are just absolutely unique. They're awesome. They're very rare. They were like the 12th person on the field. the fan was the 12th person on the field. And buddy, when you got the fans behind you, you want to play for them. And I did play for them. I played with my heart and for the Philadelphia fans. And they play with their hearts too. Their heart is with you. And they want to be there just as bad as you do. They want to be in that uniform just as bad as you do. That's the reason I stayed up in this area here, is because they just absolutely are family.